Hey, and welcome to the Zoom webinar. We're going to get started tonight doing the Peak Pass Plug Promote. That is the topic of the video, and super excited that you could join. I'm going to flip this over to my share screen. So you can see the PowerPoint. I want to just tell you that as I joined the industry over 7 years ago, I wasn't taught this system. In fact, my husband and I spent lots of time away from our family trying to build a business. I did learn how to use social media. I'm self-taught. I learned to measure and just really get in there with social media, so that was helpful. But for the most part, we met people one-on-one at coffee shops, Panera Bread. We did lots of meetings out of restaurants. We did lots of one-on-one in our home, or two-on-ones rather. But we didn't have a system like I'm getting ready to teach you. And by the way, the Peak Pass Plug, it comes from Chris Estes. So from the #1 money earner in the company is where I learned this over 4 years ago. So a little background, I've been in the industry 7 years. A company I was with left me. I'm a very loyal person. I stick and stay till I get my pay. And I went down with the ship. So I wasn't ever going to leave that company. I wanted to build the company, and I wanted to build my business and grow my business. But with that said, when our company went away, we moved into Zija. I was so excited about this product and our company, and the fact that Kenneth Brailsford is a industry icon. He's had multiple companies go to multi-million dollars, and they're still in business today. So for me, I wanted to build something for my family. I wanted to build something that stuck and stayed. Like, I didn't want to do the rebuild again. I never, ever wanted to be in a company that shut down again. If you've ever experienced that, it is a total loss. So, but anyway, 4 years ago when Zija found me, I met Chris. I went to Kentucky. I met the top leaders in the company. I wanted to know more about this company, why they chose this company. And then, of course, we were taught, we went through a training and we were taught the methods and how they built Zija with a product. And I came from a services company. I had no idea. So I really had to unlearn and relearn. But this system, let me tell you, this system that Chris shared with me that day was like explosive light bulbs for me. It truly made sense. It was simple and duplicatable. Now I want to fast forward back into my 7 years ago when I built the company I was in, the services-based company. We worked a lot. We put many miles on our vehicle, running 2 hours to a meeting, hoping somebody showed up. We invested in hotel rooms and hope people showed up and brought guests. Now, my husband and I went on multiple vacations for free. We earned a BMW in that company. We had a lot of success. The problem was it wasn't duplicatable. Other people were not willing to sacrifice like us. We had maybe 5 leaders who really did it with us, where there was a little duplication. But when you talk about thousands of people joining your team who want to make money, because that was a money-driven company, not product, nobody did it like we did it. And what I realized is it wasn't duplicatable. What we were doing wasn't duplicatable. People are not going to invest in hotel rooms and hope that conference rooms at hotels and hope that people show up. People are not going to drive 4 hours or 2 hours and hope somebody shows up. So when I seen this system, I immediately called the people I worked with, my leaders, and people in the other company that really wanted a better life, and I said, we have found it. Because this system allows us to work from home. It allows us to work with our children. This system, and if it's followed, will duplicate. So as you're building your business, you're also teaching people how to build a business, and they can do it too. So I can't wait to share this with you. It's the system, Peak Pass Plug. It's what our team uses and what you'll hear me say in every training video because it works. I want to just go through the basics of Peak Pass Plug. Make sure that you have watched the list. That is like the prerequisite to the Peak Pass plug. You want to build the master list, and you want to know what a cycle sheet is. So when I refer to that, you know what's going on. And by the way, I highly recommend that if you're new or if you've been in a while and you just want to restart, that you go through the new distributor training. We all need to improve. We all need to learn. It is a 6-week training. If you're not on our team and you're watching this video, go to KebieWhitehead.com. If you need a little help, I actually coach other teams and coach people in other companies. And by the way, it doesn't matter what you're selling, it's the same thing, right? So check out KebieWhitehead.com. You can click on Breakthrough or social media. I offer coaching in the industry of network marketing and direct sales. I also have lots of free training on my YouTube. Go subscribe. It's Kebie7485. So with that, let's get going. Let's talk about the system. The first step in the system is the peak, okay? The peak is what that person wants, what that person would benefit from. So on your cycle sheet, there's a column that says peak, okay? And with that, right in the middle is the list. So of course you've done watch the video over your list, right? And you've heard me say over and over that without the list, you have no business. So it's right in the middle. It is the circle of everything you do. It is your inventory. It is your business. So then if you'll follow, the next thing is the peak. The peak is the interest. For me on the cycle sheet, I put the peak as what that person's pain is. I always say peak the pain. So is it back pain, sugar pain, high blood pressure pain? Is it money pain? Is it time pain? What pain does that person have? And you have a solution to fill it. Okay, and we're going to go through some role play here soon. The next step is pass. It's simply pass. And Chris Estes is a coach. He does a lot of athletic stuff. And I'm thinking pass the ball, right? Pass the ball. If you were thinking about basketball or, you know, a sport where you pass the ball. We've got to pass some info. And we're going to go through the details of that in the next slides as well. The next step is the plug. We call it a plug. We call it a validation call. We call it a connection call, a three-way call. It's called all kind of different things. It is the plug-in to your support. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're not a part of our team, when you do join me in coaching, you always get me for support. So I'm actually available to you. You join me pretty much. So you're joined up in your company, but you have me to help. So there's no excuses anymore, right? No excuses of no upline. If you're on our team, you need to be using your leaders, your sponsors for plug calls. And in the new distributor training that we do it's a 5 to 6 week training every week, very intense for people who want to earn 6 figures in Zija, okay? You learn to do the plug call. So you're not just doing them, you're learning how to do them so you can support your team, which is ultimately the goal. That's the duplication, right? The next step is the promote. You'll hear this called dripping. You'll hear this called marketing. It's promoting into the next thing to continue to follow up, to continue to drip on that person. And then lastly is the orientation, which is to get the new person trained. Hey, welcome to the team. Here's our leaders. Here's our conference calls. Here's our new distributor training. And guess what? Here's our systems. So I put this on video so anybody can watch it. It's recorded. Guess what? That's duplicatable. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just send people here to watch the training. So let's talk about the peak. I get super fired up. This system is so simple that my 10-year-old can do it. Literally, my 7-year-old can do this. In fact, they have signed people up with Peak Pass Plug. They've heard me train this over and over. They have talked to friends at school about Zija, got their parents to call me. We have got people started. If my 10-year-old can do this, you can do this. So let's do it. The peak is the pain. I'm always like, peak the pain, okay? But then you want to find the solution. So the solution is, hey, I found a product. I found a product. So the peak is that you're listening to their pain, and then you come in with explaining why you thought of them. Hey, I thought of you because you were talking about your back pain. I found a product that is helping with people's back pain. It's about listening, right? If you are peaking, just calling somebody out of the blue, and we're going to go through some of these steps too. I would peak them, of course, say, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. Here's the reason for my call. You guys can find all these scripts in our Blueprint Facebook group, okay? But I always tell people where I'm going. So I let them know, hey, I found a product that is helping people lose weight, restoring health, and we are getting free product and earning income. And then I tell them where I'm going. I tell them my vision and how I want to get the products in the community. You've got to get your own preamble, pretty much. Your preamble, what's your vision? Where are you going? Why are you calling them? Have it on hand why you're calling that person, why you thought of them, why you want them a part of your team. I always compliment the person. Some things that I say is, look, have you ever heard of Moringa oleifera? Our company is the Moringa company. We have the best Moringa on the planet. And I don't debate that. It's on results. Why don't you try a 30-day supply? We have a money-back guarantee. I know that you are wanting to restore health. I know you have a little bit of pain in your joints. I know that you wanted to lose some weight. I heard you talking. So that's the thing. When I peak, it's usually people I know. This is not a cold market business. This is a warm market business. People that know you, love you, trust you, join you. The product does the heavy lifting. The product is what keeps people coming back for more and more and more, right? We are the messenger, so you've got to find your own way. We can peak off social media, but I highly recommend social media coaching first. There's a lot of do's and don'ts with that. It is truly a skill set. It's an art. That's why I call it the art of social media. But you can go do a few posts and boom, people come to you. It's a whole lot easier than picking up the phone and calling somebody out of the blue, right? So anyway, let me just make sure. Peek off who's complaining. If you're using social media, or if you go to a family function, or you're at a game for your kids and you're around people you know, who's complaining, just start listening. Look, here's a skill set. You don't just go right in and say, hey, I've got a product, blah, blah, blah. You take a mental note and you follow back up. So like in a week or a couple of days, you call that person. You go back to that person and say, hey, I heard you talking at the football game about losing some weight. Look, I found something that's helping people lose weight. What are they going to say? What is it? You want them to say, what is it? And that leads us into the next steps, okay? So, but I want to talk about some of the things, the verbiage I have. Hopefully it'll help you. You don't have to talk like me. You're not me. You be you, right? But here's some things I say. I'm upfront. I'm a direct person. So if I call someone, especially someone I haven't talked to in a while, I'm straight. Hey, here's the reason for my call. How are you doing? How's Bob doing? How's the kids doing? Great, Nancy. Here's the reason for my call. I found a product that is helping people lose weight, and they're literally walking out of wheelchairs. That is what I say. People laugh, but I'm like, it's just the truth. And then they're like, what is it? What is this? Well, and then I don't tell too much. I'm going to go into the next steps, okay? But I want to talk about some more scripts. Well, I thought of you, Nancy, because I overheard you talking about all the diets you've been on and nothing's worked. Well, I found a product that's working. It's result driven, backed by a guarantee. You will lose weight on this product. What's she going to say? What is it? Right? Remember those magic words. That's what you want them to. Your peak is to get them to say, what is it? Okay? Here's another thing I say. Hey, Mike, I overheard you saying that you had some back pain. See, I don't hit him in that conversation. I don't just run up and say, hey, I found Moringa. So we got to learn some skill here. Make a mental note that Mike has back pain. We're going to call him in a couple days. Hey, Mike, I heard you saying over at Aunt Sue's that you had some back pain. Look, I found a product that's helping with people's back pain. You see how easy this is? He's going to say what? What is it? What is it, right? Same thing online. You don't go in under that person when they're complaining like everybody else goes in. You want to be more genuine, right? So you go to private message, maybe a day later, you make that mental note that Sally's complaining about migraines. Make a mental note because everybody on Facebook is going under her trying to sell her something, right? Am I right? Right. You be different. You be genuine. You go the next day. You wait a while. You message her. Hey, I saw your post on Facebook about having migraines. I found a product that's helping with people's migraines. Same thing with money. When you hear people talking about getting laid off, living check to check, not having money, want to take a dream vacation, any financial prompts that peek in, you can do the same thing. Hey, I found a company that is allowing me to work from home, build a brand online, and make money. Learn it. Learn these scripts. You've got to be able to speak them in front of a mirror where you're conversational like me. I'm good at this. I've been doing it a while. I've been speaking it a while. You will get good. The more you speak it, the more you speak it and declare it, the more you build belief, okay? And you can speak it. So, here's some more scripts. These oils are exploding and you were on my mind because I know how much you're into natural alternatives and being healthy. I say that all the time. These essential oils are exploding. They're exploding. I know we haven't talked in a while, so here's the reason for my call. I thought of you because you mentioned making extra money. You were on my mind because I'm looking for some key players and you are a hustler. You get things done. Okay, there's just some things I say. So we're at the magic question. What is it? Here's what I say every time. Number one, use people's names. If Nancy asks me, what is it? Nancy, that is a great question. Use people's names. That's another skill set. That is a great question, Nancy. I'm glad you asked. Look, this video I'm going to send you tells everything. It's about 20 minutes. When can you watch it? Okay? Get your own verbiage. Some people say, can I send you a link? Okay? I always say, would you be willing to watch a quick video? And I tell them it's 20 minutes. And be precise, like how long is your video, right? And before you pass any information, you should have already watched it first, that you make sure it's good, it's clean, and you connect with that person with that video. Now, a lot of people send websites, things like that. What I do is piece out the video that's fit for them. We have multiple testimonials. Make sure you're in training so you're getting all these video links. I send my own presentation. I have people stepping up doing their own presentations. That's great. That builds credibility and influence, right? But you want to connect people with the right thing. You don't want to send a video that talks about money when they want to be a customer. You want to be sending a product-driven video, right? If they truly want to be a customer. So match it up. But it's always the same thing. That's a great question. The video I want to send you tells everything. It will explain it. And what I'd like to do, Nancy, is talk about the video after you watch it. So do you think you can get to it tonight? And I'll give you a call back. The video is about 20 minutes. You've got to learn this part. This is where people mess up. And by the way, I'm on the phone. I'm not typing through text. We got to learn to take things offline. When you pique their interest, you need to ask for phone numbers. You need to call them. They hear the conviction in your voice through the peak. It starts at the peak on the phone. Okay, even if you're on Facebook and somebody likes your post and they want to know more, then you go right to Messenger and say, what is your phone number? And you go through the peak pass the same way. Okay, if you hit someone up and you said, hey, I saw your post on migraines, I found something that's helping with migraines, when they reply with what is it, you say, what is your phone number? If people don't want your number, want to give out their numbers, leave them alone. Leave them alone, whatever. Next. Don't go back and forth on Messenger. Truly talk to people. They hear the conviction in your voice, right? So let's go through this again. What is it? Well, Bob, that's a great question. I'm so glad you asked. Look, I have a video that will explain everything. It's about 20 minutes. Can you take some time to watch that when you get off work today? It's a yes or no. If he said no, then say, Bob, what time could you watch it? I'm real serious about this. I want to call you back so we can talk about this. Well, I can watch it tomorrow. Okay, great. Can I call you back at 8 p.m.? Good. And then you schedule that time to call back. You do what you say you're going to do, right? So the pass is next. You pass a video. You keep it simple. Do not construct a huge email with 20 videos in it. One video. One video. Many people use the Miracle Tree documentary. That's perfect. If I sent that, I would send that with a testimonial. Otherwise, I send a presentation of me doing the moringa. Okay? Make sure that you keep it simple. They watch one thing, and the reason I send a testimonial with the Miracle Tree, because the Miracle Tree is a 10-minute video. So that with a testimonial is about 30 minutes of videos. But the testimonials are crucial. Those need to go. If that's all you send the testimonial videos. Seriously, they're getting people started without them even knowing how to pronounce the name of the company, because they're seeing people's testimonies. The conviction and voices, right, is what works. Then you schedule the callback. When you confirm that you can send a video, you find out where. Can I send it to email, Facebook Messenger, or your text? Text is best. That's the number one place. But if they don't text, then you need other options, right? But keep it simple. Find out, where can I send the video, pass it, schedule the callback, okay? When we schedule the callback, we've got to learn this transition. And I will be doing a video just on the plug, so this is going to be kind of high level, but I want to teach you what the plug call is. The plug call is a connection call, all right? Right here, I talk text to call. If you're on text and you're just trying to get off of it to try to get out of this bad habit, you can use text to call. So what I would do is text Bob and say, hey, Bob, have you had a chance to watch the video? It's yes or no. If he says yes, I'm saying, look, I'm going to give you a call back at 8. Text to call. Text to schedule the call, right? Then when I call Bob, I say the same things, right? Let me get off the screen. I've already said all this, sorry. When I call Bob, I'm going to call my prospect first. In the interim, I've already lined up with my trainer or leader that validation that I put them on standby. Hey, I'm calling Bob tomorrow at 8 p.m. Can you be on standby? They're already on standby. I'm going to pull them in. They have it on their calendar. But you never call the trainer or leader first. You call the prospect first. So I'm going to call Bob, and I'm going to ask him one question. What did you like best? What did you like best about the video? Every time. What did you like best, Bob, about what you watched? He's going to tell me, well, I like how this plant gave me nutrition. No matter what he says, you agree and tell a story. Yes, I know what you mean. You know, out of our house, we don't take any more vitamin supplements. This is all we use. One drink gives us everything we need, over 90 verifiable nutrients, which those vitamins didn't work anyway. They were just bad stuff. But we were spending $40 a month in vitamins. This replaced that. So always agree and tell a story. That's why you've got to be super engaged. So if you don't have a personal story to relate, you can use other people's stories. Hey, I know a lady named Vicky who's lost 80 pounds. I know someone that's had asthma that the Supermix helped. I know someone who had migraines. That's why you need to be in the Facebook groups seeing these testimonials so you can share a story. Okay, so it's agree, share a quick story, and I mean quick. Spit it out in 60 seconds. Okay, Then you want to merge in to the call. So at that point, I would say, hey, Bob, look, I've got my trainer and mentor, Joel McNitch, on standby here. I'm going to pull him into our call. He wants to meet you. I've done told him about you. He wants to meet you. But more importantly, he wants to tell you his story of these products. These products have changed his life. That's if it's a customer call, okay? So I've already lined up with Joel, my trainer, a customer connection call. He knows this guy's named Bob and he wants to lose weight or whatever, right? He knows the peak. He knows the problem, the pain. And then I just merge him in. I don't ask, I say. But one thing I don't do is line up with Bob. Hey, Bob, I want to do a connection call with you. Bob's like, what the heck's a connection call? Don't do that. You're going to run people off. Follow this transition. Okay, so let's do another one. Let's say Sarah wants to make money and lose weight. I've passed the video. I scheduled the call back. I call her back. Hey, Sarah, it's Kebie. What did you like best about the video? And then she says, well, I see all the testimonies of people losing weight. If this could help me, I want to order. And I know people who want to lose weight, and I'd like to earn some extra income. Sarah, that is great. And I'm going to tell you, there are people, thousands of people losing weight on this product. And I can just tell you a couple who are close to me, Vicky, who has lost 80 pounds, a couple, Sean and Amanda has actually lost 70 pounds. And we're talking in less than a year, no diets, no calorie count, no carb crashing, strenuous exercise, just the product. My daughter's lost 15 pounds. She started drinking our mix at 5 years old. So even this product's safe and good and great for kids with results. And so then I lead into the money. You know, I've made money. And if you haven't made money, you lean on stories. So you would say, my mentor, my trainer has made 6 figures from home, part-time, online. In fact, she wants to meet you. She's on standby. I want to pull her into the call. I've told her about you. She wants to share her story to the Moringa products and to the money-making side of this. May I pull her in real quick? And then what's Sarah going to say? Yeah. Then you pull her in. You've got to know how to do a plug call. Take your phone to the company you bought it, the carrier, and you ask them, how do I do a 3-way? Okay, so that eliminate the excuses. We have to find a way instead of an excuse, right? But this is the magic. If you're not doing the follow-up calls, number one, you probably will not sign up someone. But if you do, you've just disserviced them. Disservice them because they have no idea the system. The system is peak, pass, plug. That's what duplicates. Okay, now let me tell you, if you're doing a plug call, your prospect, so we're talking about you. You have a prospect. You're going to pull me in. What you've got to do when you pull me in is introduce me. So you would say, Sarah, this is Kebie. I've got her on the phone here. I'll make sure everybody's here. Look, Kebie's helping me. So you got to edify me. Sarah doesn't know me. So you edify the person helping you. Say things like, she's helping me reach my goals. And I wanted her to share her testimony. Kebie, are you here? Then you be quiet. You got to be quiet unless the closer, unless the trainer calls on you, you don't say a word. Nothing. What you should be doing is taking notes of how your trainer is talking to the person. So you learn the 5 closing questions. You learn how to wrap it up. You learn how to get people started. Listen and learn, okay? Take notes, listen and learn. The more you do, the more you can start doing them yourself, right, for your team. The next step in the system is promote. Promote is super simple. You just continue to take that person through the drip, whether they get started or not. If they do get started, you still promote. If they are waiting on money or waiting on time or whatever, it's 7 to 10 exposures. But if you stop right there, you're not going to. I literally just signed up somebody today I've been talking to for 2 years. 2 years. She placed an order tonight. Understand, in sales, it's all timing of that person. But I continue to drip. Every month I send something on Moringa to her text message. I put her in my Facebook group. That's the magic. The ROC, Natural Health Revolution Facebook group. If you're not a part of one, ask to join mine, and you can do that through my coaching. Once you join, if you're not on my team and you go through my breakthrough, you have now been entered in all my Facebook groups. So you and your team can have that connection and support. But if you have a Facebook group, use it. Don't go create one. Team up with your leaders and use them. They're effective. In our groups, we're constantly dripping testimonies and education. It's a marketing tool. That is promote. Promote into the next meeting, the next home party, the next event. If you have a conference call, promote in. If there's people on the fence who want to earn money, because those are money calls, right? Continue to drip. I do have a dripping training on my YouTube. Go check out some ways that I drip on people. It might give you some ideas. The last step is orientation. And let's just say they're a customer, okay? If they're a customer only, you still want to orient them on two things. Number one, when they get their product, that you follow up, and you have to put that on your calendar. You can't wait on people to text you. They forget. So if it's 4 or 5 days of getting the product, you want to call them and make sure they know how to use their product. That's the orientation. I want to walk you through how to use this product in the steps, in the order, for the result, okay? Your trainer will help you do that until you feel comfortable. All right, make sure you're using your trainer. And then welcome them and let them know how grateful you are. Also, you've got to help them understand they do have a back office. So real quick, you let them pull up their computer, you help them log in, and let them know they have full control over their monthly order. And the more they order, the more free they get. Share those reward points with people. That's a customer for life. People know they can buy and get, buy and receive. They'll buy more. People love deals. They love frees. And reward points are incredible. I get lots of free stuff. Share your story on that. Now, we also have orientation for money makers. People who want to join your team as a distributor and make money. What I do is a welcome to the team call with an upline. I'll get Joel on the phone or Mike and Carrie on the phone, and I'll welcome them to the team. And then we go give them a little homework. I ask them to watch one video, and then we meet back in a Zoom. So weekly, we're doing our training. Now, people who are dead serious about building a business, and I ask them that, how much money do you want to make a month, and are you dead serious about earning money? Can you give me 6 weeks so I can get you to your goals? And it's once a week. For 6 weeks, you'll be meeting with me for about an hour, and you will have some homework. So I need to know you're dead serious about building a business. Some people are not. They're looking for $500 a month. That's not who I'm looking for, right? But we got to present it to them. Give them the opportunity to say, yeah, I'm ready, or no, I'm not. And I also tell them in our new distributor training, we have back office training. So I'm going to show them how to use their website, their back office. And we perform a product training as well. Now, again, I keep saying, if you're watching this video and you're not on my team, no excuse. If you're like, well, I wish that I had, the help that Kebie's team has, well, go to KebieWhitehead.com and check out Breakthrough and social media. And we can hook up and partner no matter what team you're on or what company you're in. I can provide that coaching and training you need if you like my style. And if not, if you're not ready to do that, check out my YouTube channel. There's lots of free stuff there. You can also join my social media coaching Facebook group. I have lots of scripts and freebies there. Just reach out, let me know. Actually, on my website, there is a free consultation. If you just want to talk and see what would benefit you the most, fill that out. Now, if you're a part of our team, and just ask your sponsor, are you a part of Joel McNitch, Mike and Carrie Chorus, and Kebie Whitehead? If you're a part of the team, make sure that you line up the new distributor training. Say, I'm in, I'm dead serious about building a business, and let's roll. So with that, I love the system training. It's totally good, totally duplicatable. Make sure that you're not adding ingredients or taking away just like a recipe, it's not going to work, right? Like you've got to do the system. And I just want to close with this. Become a great connector. If you can become a great connector instead of an expert, don't become an expert. Don't study everything. Don't try to do it perfect. You're not going to do it perfect. You just need to go do it, right? But become a great connector where you are welcoming people and using a trainer, using another leader or another testimony, using videos that have other testimonies. That's a way to be connectors. And also to use your cycle sheets to measure what you're doing. This Peak Pass plug is part of those weekly cycle sheets. So make sure you're documenting what you're doing with each person. Are you following up? Are you giving a sample? If you are, how much of a sample? So you're documenting that and you can measure. With that, thank you. Be blessed. Thank you for your time.